it's time to keep working on this. What were we doing? Oh yeah, we're testing to see if the volume adjustment was working, right? So if we dial this down a bit, I think we'll have to reload this. Yeah, that's better. Maybe not so far, maybe like -10. Okay, I'm not going to spend a bunch of time tweaking this right now because I think I really want... Let's do this. So let's commit these changes and then push that up. And what I will do is I can either from here or from... let's do it from here. So what I want to do is I want to ask Copilot to, in the background, work on the ability to change, let our soundboard utility edit the resources, right? So make it so, you know, I can just talk. Make it so that, is it ready? Make it so that the soundboard can interactively edit the sound effect resource files. And then we do that. Delegate. So that should anyway open a pull request against this pull request based off of the changes I've made so far, and will do the thing I've requested. Oh, cool! They added a new like UI here as well, so you don't have to like go to the website. Alrighty. But anyway, that's not what I want to do. I want to continue working on sound effects. So let's do that. Because I think that's, one, needs to happen. And two, will be more interesting than watching an AI code things. Create wave start, wave complete, scenario complete, and player level up sounds. What do we want wave start to sound like? Ooh, it should be kind of spooky. Kind of spooky. Kind of I don't know if we're gonna be able to use this to maybe we can do something here. First of all, let's turn this down. Flanger. Attack time. What do I want? I want... What is the sound? What is the sound I want? Right, so for context, right? If we go to the game, we'll actually run the game. Right, we start this. Let's do Campfire Survivors because that might last a little bit longer. Initially, nothing happens, and then the wave starts, right? And the zombies come. And then you lose. Maybe like a horn? Something echoey. Like an echoey sound, right? I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that with this. Maybe with this, though? If we do, like, maybe. 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 Yeah, that's a spooky sound. It's a little too synthy. Can we... What's this do? The opposite of what I want. Oh. I like that. I don't hear the, like, these doing anything at all. Is there, let's take this and then maybe futz with it in Audacity. So this is gonna be, what is the category of wave start? I guess that's ambiance. I don't know. Wave start. Do I still have Audacity open? Yes. Okay, file, new. Okay. No, I don't want to save. File, open. Documents, my repos. Tower defense. Is there like a... Add to bookmarks. There we go. Alright, assets, audio, SFX, ambiance, wave start. Okay, so this is what we're working with. Right? So if we... Okay, great. Why don't I see... Oh, there it is. Way out there. It's like, where's the other handle? Okay. What do I want to do to this? Can we... We have real-time effects we can do, which we were messing around with last week. Limiter? This is nice. Not what I'm looking for, though. Bass and treble. Yeah. So, if I export this and replace, let's try that. So we need a new sound effect resource. Boop, 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 called wave start. Boop, wave start. I don't know that I want it to ever be higher pitch. Okay, so what is that scene? What is the feel of that in the game, right? So when we start the game, wave is started. It feels like, and that's kind of what I wanted, this kind of ominous feeling, right? In fact, maybe the sound effect should be longer, like stretched out more. So we can like effect, pitch and tempo, change. What does change tempo do? Oh, we have to like select that first, right? And then just like stretch it out. I'm not gonna save the actual, like the project. We're just gonna export. Right, so if we launch the soundboard, we can just listen to that. Wave start. Yeah. That's kind of right. It's still not quite right. I think it would be cool to get some other like synthesized instruments and do things, but this is fine for now. So we need wave complete next. I think was on the list. Wherever browser is, there we go. So we have wave start. Wave complete should be probably, maybe we could just use one of the other fanfares. In fact, we might be able to like use, so we have wave complete, scenario complete, and player level up, or all kind of like yay kind of sounds. So we might just like use those. Let's take these two and bring them over into the project. So these would be, I think we're putting these inside of UI. Put those in there. So we're using 3 right now, right, for something. Tech unlocked, I think, is 3. Right, so that's this one. Right. 2. 1. It's not what I want, but I think for a placeholder until we come back and add something else, I think that'll be fine. So we'll use, let's create the config files and we'll just use those. So we have wave complete, and we have scenario complete, and we have player. Oh, getting ahead of myself. Gotta select the sound effect first as the resource type, and then player level up. Okay, so for player level up, this is that one. It has that. It is user interface, I guess, if we're gonna pick a category. SFX. Let's do 2 for this. That'll be fine. And then we have wave complete. Wave complete. We will use the other fanfare, fanfare 1. For scenario. No, I think this should be for scenario complete. Scenario complete. Scenario complete. There we go. Oop. Fanfare 1. UI. That seems fine. We might be dialing down the volume a little bit. We might change. Can we change the increment of the range for the sound effect resource? There is a step. So maybe the step will be 0.1. There we go. I think that's good. I mean, just -5. Okay, and then for wave complete, we need a different sound. Let's go look at what else we have here. Positive sounds. There are like power-up sounds in here. What do we got? You know, actually, I might just not have a sound right now for wave complete. We'll just leave it empty. So let's do this. Give me some money. Maybe we can survive the wave.
Not again.
No, we cannot. That's way too hard. All right. Not again. All right. Okay, back to source control. Let's check in all that stuff. All right, so we're gonna check these off as being done because I've decided they're done. And then you can see, oh, we might need to refresh this page. Oh, I was kind of expecting that there would be a thing here from. Did it not open a pull request against this? Oh, it did. Okay, I just didn't put a message. Oh, right, because the other case, the one you might have seen as I was scrolling through the history on this PR, I requested Copilot to make changes as it comments on this pull request here in the GitHub website, and so it mentioned that it opened a pull request. But because I did it from VS Code today for the soundboard enhancements, it didn't say anything in this existing PR, but it did correctly open the PR against the existing branch that I'm working off of. So we'll go check this out in a minute. I want to add remaining sound effects. That's basically it. So I think that's it, at least for now. I think that's like, there are some slots for sound effects that we haven't put anything in. I think in a lot of cases, it's going to require more work. I'm going to just like let that set in the back of my mind of what I want it to do. But also for some of these, like we have a zombie attack sound. We don't necessarily have a sound for the zombie, like the building being damaged or destroyed, but we have the sound of it being attacked from the other side, so it'll be okay. So we're gonna mark this ready for review, and we'll get an AI code review of these changes. We'll see what it has to say, and let's take a look at this pull request, right? So if we check out this and run it, reload from disk. Hey, we got an edit mode button here. What does this all do? All right, we get a nice warning on the soundboard of, hey, no config found for scrap. Oh, we don't have a scrap pickup sound effect. Oh, this PR is out of date, right? We've pushed things, and is Copilot done here? Good. All right, let's rebase. Because this doesn't have the last commits that we pushed to the other branch. Because we need to update it. So let's pull updates. Go back to here and restart our tool. There we go. So we still are missing scrap pickup. I think we should do that one. I think we should do scrap pickup. But anyway, what apparently, so first of all, cool. What does edit mode do? Okay, so edit mode adds a bunch of things that are not as convenient as the sliders that are in Godot, unfortunately. But the question is going to be, like, if we go to, oh, interesting. So, is this all of the categories? Or just, no, just the ones that were configured, right? So if we go to player level up and we want to turn up the volume, and save changes, and exit edit mode, it's louder. If we go look at player level up, the resource file, it now is 2 decibels. If I reset that, it doesn't live update in the tool, but that's fine. If we're in edit mode and we go down here, yeah, it's still out of date, but that's fine. That's cool. That means we can tweak things live. So like if we want to change max pitch, I don't know why we would change category. I guess here's a question. What if we change this to like 5? It's noticeably louder, right? 10? Yeah, definitely louder. If we want to change this to like, it can go all the way down to 0.1 or to 2. Let's turn the volume down. Yeah, so that updates live. If we exit edit mode, as long as we don't click save changes, it doesn't propagate out. We can exit. That's nice. I like it. That'll make tweaking things faster. Okay, and then these are all just changes because the Copilot's making changes to these files. It doesn't necessarily have doesn't necessarily fix all the UIDs correctly. Okay. So I do. Yeah, that's on purpose. Yep, that's what we did. Yep, that's the point. That's fine. It's not. Yep. Yep, that's the idea. Yep. All right. Good job, Copilot, pointing out the things I want. So let's go back to our other to where we were working, and we're going to. I guess we're gonna make a scrap pickup sound. Let's test something really quick. Yeah, there's no ka-ching sound for picking up the scrap. I don't know if it needs to be a ka-ching sound, but it needs to be some kind of sound to represent the idea of picking up, of collecting the scrap. In fact, maybe it's just like, I mean, it needs to be kind of a positive sound, but it could be like a rummaging sound, right? I don't know. Weird sounds. Mechanical noise. What does this sound like? Oh, that's a cool sound, but not what I'm looking for. Yeah, none of those. Let's maybe just generate a sound really quick. We'll do maybe JSFXR. Pickup. No. Definitely not. I mean, that's kind of like a yeah, maybe. This is just an exercise of better or worse, and I don't know exactly. It would be cool to have something like this, and then also some like mechanical bits. What's this do? Ooh, I like that. Can we? What does low pass supposed to do? So what if we switch back to a different? No. Interesting. What about... Let's do this. Let's take this sound and I'm just gonna put it in my downloads, and we're gonna mix this with some other things. So this is gonna be pickup coin noise. Okay, and then so I want something like that, but reversed. Ooh, actually, that. Right, so if I grab those two files, we go over to Audacity, I drop this track out, we grab these two and drop them in here, and then maybe like here. Then we dial down the volume on this, and maybe do some tweaks here to the sound. Maybe not that effect. Maybe some kind of distortion. Let's also set up a loop here so we can hear the whole thing. Do something else. Kind of it's one of those things where it becomes very hard to hear the sound when you hear it in a loop, is what I've discovered playing around with this yesterday. One of the things we can do is we can just make silence. We can just generate, like, I don't know, 5 seconds of silence. 5 seconds is a lot. We can trim it down to be able to have this on a loop and like perceive like this is too loud. This could be like, okay, we can't move these tracks while it's going, so we can just like move this after. quite a bit after. And then maybe we want another track. And we can, or actually, yeah, it's fine. Generate, so instead of using JSFXR, we can definitely just like make noise in Audacity. Like so. That was too short of a thing. Let's do that again. Generate, like, just some noise. And we'll do like, we're at like half a second here. So 5. So we'll just have some backing noise. So I mute this. It makes like the whole thing feel not as disconnected with that there, I'm gonna say. All right, so this will be good enough for now. The pickup sound is weird, but I just need something that's like a positive kind of sound to go with the fact that you're gonna like get a thing saying, "Hey, you collected scrap," the number that shows up on screen. All right, so we're gonna export this. This is gonna be, I guess this is, I don't know. It's not really a good thing here. This is pick up scrap, right? Export that, and then we're just gonna close Audacity. I don't want to save the project. And then we're going to add a resource, because I'm assuming we don't, I mean, according to the other thing, we didn't have a scrap pickup. So we're going to create a resource, sound effect, scrap pickup. This is the scrap pickup sound. We have a scrap pickup scrap. This is a player action. We will add quite a bit of variation here in this. And then let's try the soundboard. So this is the soundboard without the new enhancements that we were looking at before. We got another player action. So then in the game, I feel like one. We don't get the third sound. I think because of what happens with the object in the game. We get the number that pops up. Yay, all right. Great. Not at all balanced, but it's progress. Yeah, all those details aren't necessary. Save that, push that. Let's see what Copilot said about our pull request. Oh, right, we already looked at all the comments and dismissed them. Okay, so great. So we got this pushed up. I'm just gonna rebase and merge those changes, and that's sound effects. Round 1 done. Much more to do. All right, so yeah, scrap collection. So what we said was metallic clink jangle when earning scrap. Not exactly, but you know, something. I think what I'll do You know what I'll do? I'm gonna take this issue, because I think the guidance here is good. There is more that we want to do here in terms of like the detail of the sound effects, as well as like, hey, music, crossfading, and those sorts of things that we're not tackling yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this issue and I'm just going to move it to a later milestone. So this will go in phase 3. And we will move this. Let's see, where's my full list of things? We're going to move audio implementation back into the backlog. It's kind of a let's go and refine those sounds again in the next phase of the project. I think it's better, maybe. I'm choosing to do this versus like make separate. You know, I could just like carve out one thing and move the card, but whatever. It's just me. It's not like a team where I might be concerned about, you know, people feeling that, you know, progress isn't being acknowledged or whatever. So just me. Do whatever. All right, we have conflicts now. Great. Super. Let's fix conflicts. That's always fun, right? Let's go to there. Get pull origin main. Yeah, okay. We successfully rebased. So one would normally need to be careful about using get pull like this. I have configured get to. I wonder if that's in my history. Nope, it's not. Configure get pull to default to rebasing. That does mean we have to git push origin copilot add soundboard editing -- force. I mean, we could do force with lease, but it's fine. Right. And then because we merged the branch, hey Brainless, hello. Because we merged the branch that this was targeting into main, this now targets main. So, and this seems to work fine. So I'll have Copilot review its work. Maybe it spotted issues with having this edit mode in the soundboard. How you doing, Brainless? And then we have another set of changes here that we can check out. Add middle mouse drag movement. Let's check out this PR. Doing well, polishing details on the Transport Fever 2 mod. Nice, nice. Doing okay. I woke up with a little bit of a headache that is fine. I'm powering through it. All right, so supposedly we should be able to. Ooh, that does not exactly work as I would hope. Let's go to the test scenario. It seems confused about direction here. Like I'm, as you can maybe see on my ball, going left to right, and it's going up and down. Yeah, and then the same. Okay, so it's confused about axes. That is understandable. All right, so what did we change in this PR, and what do I need to fix? Yeah, no worries, no worries. I was hoping. I think it's not too bad now. I got my coffee in me. So what do we think? Okay, convert 2D to world movement is interesting. Are we using that for all movement? Looks like yes. Rotate the movement direction by the camera's y-axis rotation is something we were doing there. Are we doing that in move direction, rotated vector 3 up, rotation y plus camera view alignment offset, normalized. Vector input X and Y. So here, oh, I see. Okay, so here's edge scroll movement. So this might just be backwards. And then where is the movement for clicking and dragging? Okay, if enable middle mouse drag is middle mouse pressed and event is input event mouse motion, mouse delta is event position minus last mouse position, and then update the last mouse position. So how much is the mouse moved, right? And then we attempt to convert 2D to world movement. Right. But this seems... So the question is, if we're in the game... So our keyboard movement is correct. But the mouse movement is aligned on the wrong axis, as is the screen edge movement. So this is all happening in camera.gd for why not? Technically our movement here is moving the camera, so I guess that makes sense. So convert 2D to world movement we're using for everything, but sometimes is correct and sometimes is not. Okay, so let's see. Places where we are calling convert 2D to world movement. We have mouse delta. Is there... I don't suppose there's like an easy way to take... a vector 2, which I assume is what this is. Last mouse position is a vector 2. Can I infer... What do you mean? It doesn't have a set type. So weird. But it's obviously a vector 2. Okay. Is there... reflect, snap, slide, normalize, move towards... I mean, there's not going to be a function to swap x and... well, I guess it's x and y, right, in a vector 2? let's do this. We're just going to vector 2. No, we're not doing that. We are doing Y and X. So this will control our middle mouse movement. Hey, it works now. Sort of. It's backwards. For X. Maybe. Okay, that feels natural to me. I guess we could add options for inverting controls. That could be a thing. So that's not going to address the mouse move on edge. So let's do that next. That will be another place where we're calling convert 2D to movement. Be here. Global position is move direction times edge scroll speed times delta. This is going to be vector 2. Or wait, are we doing this the other way? We're gonna do this here. Okay, so that's backwards. Correct? Incorrect. So now we need negative y, positive x becomes x and y. There we go. That seems fine. And when we're zoomed in, edge scroll is pretty fast. Yeah. I mean, potentially edge scroll should be like proportional to like how far we're zoomed in or out. Maybe? I mean, it technically is, but... Or is it? Yeah, technically. Actually, no, because we're orthogonal, which means no matter our zoom level... No, that's not true. Obviously, if we're zoomed out, we see more. And if we are moving some number of screen pixels, we are moving proportionally more in world. Yeah, anyway. Perspective. Or not. There we go. Okay, so that seems good to me. Here is let's rebase this. Mark this ready for review. And we got a new feature. All right, and then interactive editing for the soundboard, which is the thing we were looking at before. Copilot came back with some reviews. Do I care about this? So the code store is a direct reference to the original resource from Audio Manager instead of creating a copy. When modifications are made to config objects, these changes immediately affect the resource even before the save button is pressed, which is exactly what I want. It persists in memory, but that doesn't matter because this is the memory of a separate tool, not the actual game. I think that's exactly what I want. Validation only occurs during save. We could do that, but this is fine for now. I don't know what to tell you. This is what Godot did, so if you don't like it, take it up with them. Whatever. We changed pitch variation min to be greater than max, which is weird. Take a look at that. That is odd. Why did that change? Let's fix that. Same issue, direct reference. Yeah, that's fine. That's what we want. Cleared out even when some configs fail validation. Maybe. That's maybe a true comment. It's talking about when does this happen? 305. So when we press the save button, we modify configs. Dictionary is cleared. This comment doesn't appear to. Oh, right here. Yes. So we keep track of how many failed, but we clear the saved ones anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's not ideal. Maybe it's not very friendly in like interaction, but it's just a dev tool. Might be true. I don't care. It's fine. So anyway, we are going to take a break here because it's been an hour and Twitch wants to run ads. So I'm going to get up from this chair and walk around the room, and we'll be back in a couple minutes with more game dev stuff.